This is going to be a pretty easy tutorial, but you should still know the basics of Blender, so you should know like the shortcuts like G, E, how to extrude, move, and rotate. So we're going to start off by deleting everything, and you're going to import a rig. So you're going to go to File at the top of your screen, Import OBJ, Rig, and you can find the rig I use at discord.gg/kittymark. So you're gonna hold C and then go to wireframe. Click drag on your torso and then Shift plus D to duplicate. And you're gonna add a plane, so you're gonna go to Shift A, Mesh, Plane, and then you're just gonna move it with G on top of your torso. And then where the arrow is pointing at the top of the screen, you just want to press that for transparency. So it's K for cut. What you're basically doing is you're just outlining the torso. So you just want to click and drag, and then to stop, you just press space. And then you're just going to click around the thing, drag, and then delete vertices. Tab A. And you're just gonna do X on the keyboard and delete only faces. And you're just gonna position it where you want on your torso. You might have to like resize it a little bit just depending on where you do place it. And then what I'm doing right here is I'm just pressing Tab A to select all, E to extrude, and then Z to do it on that axis. And then you're just gonna press Alt and click on the bottom line. Shift plus D to duplicate the bottom line, and then press P and press by selection. Tab, and then A, E, and Z. You're gonna right click and shade smooth. So now we're just going to modifiers, and we're adding a solidify modifier to the top of it. Then we're adding a cube to make the skirt. So we're gonna make a ruffles. So at the top of your screen, you're gonna press face select mode, and then 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to delete the faces, and then go back to vertice mode, and you're going to just select the two outward angles, and then ESX, what I'm doing here is I don't like my ruffles to have like to be kind of extruded. So what I'm doing here is personal preference, and you don't have to. I'm just adding an array modifier now, and then I'm gonna add a curve. This is important. And then I'm going to select the bottom line again. And then I'm converting it to a curve. And then I'm going to my ruffles again, and I'm converting it to origin. And now I'm going back to my little band, and I'm also converting that to origin. And then now this might be a little bit tricky. So you're gonna see on your modifiers tab that you have like a curve eyedropper. Whatever is in the list with all like your planes and your cubes and all that, you're going to press the eyedropper and put it onto the black line. And then you do Shift S, cursor to selected, and then Shift S, selection to cursor on your ruffle. And now I'm just adding the actual ruffles to make the skirt. So your skirt should be on your thing. If it's not like mine, like that's fine. You can just adjust it. Okay, now we're just gonna texture our dress. So what we have to do is at the corner of your screen, just drag your mouse from the corner to split screen it. Convert everything to mesh by right clicking and then doing convert to mesh. Then when you're done all that, what you're gonna do is select tab A to select all, and then go to UV at the top of your screen by mesh and do project from view. And then on the left, you should go to UV at the top of your screen and do export UV layout. You're just gonna go to the arrow at the top of the screen and import a picture. You're gonna go to filter and then go to stroke outer on style. Make sure that the width is 1. And then you're gonna add another layer and enable clipping. And then you can just skip this, like it doesn't really matter. And then we're gonna go back to Blender, then the red icon by modifiers and stuff, you're gonna click that, new, and then image texture. And then to see your texture, go to the drop down menu at the top